live at Darlington Raceway for race number 15 of the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series. As right now, practice winding down here for the Race Tech 205. As currently on the top of the board is Ryan Houston, currently in that 98 machine, as drivers continue those fast laps in here, and they'll end up practice as the sun is setting here in Darlington, South Carolina. As it's the closing races for the regular season here currently in the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series. As these races are going to be very important here to shape up the chase here in a few weeks' time. As the practice around about to hit clock's about at 0 here in practice. It's Ryan Houston has fast lap time of a 29.026. We remember which way for qualifying to begin here, as this is 4 races to go here of the chase. You got Darlington next week at Talladega, Pocono, then Iowa, rounding out these final 4 races before the chase here. As qualifying now underway here in a few moments' time. Now looking at Connors Bosin warming up his tires in that 45 machine. Zoe has a spin there on the entry to turn number 3. It's going to cost him some time. As here comes Bosin for his first time lap of this session. It's currently fast lap time there set by Jared Skinner there, that's the machine. Through turn 3 and 4 here comes Connors Bosin off of turn 4, looking pretty good, running the outside line as much as he can. This time he goes up to the pole with a 28.992 fast lap time we've seen all day long. Coming off of turn 4, here comes Connors Bosin. Looks like Isaiah Waltrus goes top of the board here with a 28.951. Connors Bosin goes up to 5th. The other drivers down the racetrack right here. Nate Bogus in that 11 machine. Currently in 9th place, he's just wrapped up qualifying, so pretty much the whole field has lap time as the Bogus goes first. Ryan Houston goes top of the board with a 28.925 in that 98 machine. Can he improve on his second lap time here? Through 3 and 4, no competition out back. You have Samuel Hoff, who's currently on his heater. We'll see if he can improve for Ryan Houston. Does not go quicker. Looks like he goes a little bit slower there. But here comes Samuel Hoff. Here. Off of turn number 4, I believe. As he goes across the line, he goes a little bit quicker, but not enough to take pole position. He'll stay in 4th place for now. So it looks like most of these drivers have finished their laps right now currently, as everyone has done a lap time, looks like, for the most part. So it could be Ryan Housden getting that pole position here for tonight's race here at the Darlington Raceway. Darlington known for its track position, very important overall. We'll see if that continues tonight as well. Looks like no one really out on the racetrack here currently, so it's winding down the time for the heat races. So we'll see if anything will change here momentarily. As we're in here, as grading now has officially commenced here, as Donnie Kite will be on pole position here for heat number 1. As Ryan Houston does win the pole officially here. Darlington is currently green up here for tonight's race. We'll take a quick look at our heat number 1 grid. The race deck 205 at Darlington Raceway. Donnie Kite on a pole position here for heat 1. Jared's getting alongside him in second. Powers Bosian in third, Daniel Molnix in fourth, Nate Bogus fifth, Dylan Lamp in sixth, Christopher Bush in seventh, and Brian Marshall in eighth. Jordan Warnock in ninth, Alan Wild in 10th, Tommy Allison in 11th, and Alex McQueen in 12th. As Carl Cantone is in 13th, and Albert Lopez in 14th, Jordan Evans in 15th, Kyle Orlinski in 16th, and Tim McBaskell rounding out our 17-car field for heat number 1, which will be 7 laps in total. As these drivers going to warm up these tires here in a moment, we're going to be getting the racing here at Darlington. The Lady in Black, as it's known. See a better view than this, but drivers currently just staying here on the grid. There's Barn the Flagman nervously waiting around as everyone has grid up here. And shifting into gear is Donnie Kite, and he's off and away here currently. Sherry's going through turn number 2, probably the hardest corner on the racetrack. Such a tough corner to get right on the exit. You think you can carry so much more speed than you can, but it just ends up not working out. Also, this is a throwback race, so you see kind of Donnie Kite in that inspired no light scheme. Brad Gazowski ran that, and Rusty Wallace as well. Obviously, you have Alan Quick on the outside there for Jared Skinner, but here we go. This pace car pulls off in the pit lane. We're about to go green for heats number 1. 7 laps on the docket here. As green flag is out for Donnie Kite. As Brian Flagman waves out green flag as we are away and rolling here for heat number 1. Through turn 1 and 2 they go. Will they make it out through cleanly? As Jared's going on the outside, going to take a commanding lead maybe off of turn number 2. Yes, he will. Here cool Donnie Kite. Can you pull away as Donnie Kite right on his back bumper? As everyone single files out for the most part in the top few positions. But here comes Daniel Molnix to the inside. Actually, it's Connors Rosen to the inside of the 45 machine of Donnie Kite. Off of turn number 4 they go. Still side by side for seconds. Got out Jared's going to pull away just a little bit here on the opening laps here in the heat race. So Donnie Kite trying to get clear of Connors Rosen. He does so right there. Now they single file out for the most part here down the long back straightaway here at Darlington. And some side-by-side battle here. It's Alan Wild and Christopher Bush there. 8th and 9th here off the turn 4. Going to be a little tight here. So you go down the back straightaway. Down the front straight, excuse me. It's now through turn 1 and 2. A little side-by-side there. That's Tony Allison's old contact there. Allison the outside wall in the entry to turn 1. But they make it through okay for now. Turn 1 out, clips the outside wall for turn 2 for now. But back out in front, you got Jared Skinner leading over Donnie Kite. Kite are posted here for heat number 1. Can you reclaim that first place position? Here momentarily. Donnie Kite just saying the fastest lap of the race right there. So he's slowly but surely gaining that time back on Jared Skinner. Didn't get the best of initial starts for Donnie Kite, but he's made the most of it here these past few laps. He's closed that gap down pretty big, but it's opened up a little bit off of turn 4 as they rocket down to number 1 against the top 4. Kind of pulled away from the rest of the field. In the Molnick's kind of waiting on the boost of this pack as Nate Boggus a little further on back in 5th. Kind of, they almost go the outside wall, so Donnie Kite, but here comes the Bozian going to take advantage of that one. To the inside he goes, a little slide job move here in turn 3. Yes, he will. He'll clear. Donnie Kite hits the outside wall. And Lamarck's going to take advantage of that one. As they're side by side off turn number 4. It's coming 2 laps to go this time by in heat number 1. As Jared Skinner has a pretty good lead right now, 2/10 over Connor Zabosian. But can he maintain that for now? Zabosian seem pretty even off of turn number 2. A little bit of draft help for Zabosian there, though. As off of turn 4, can the white flag this time by for heat number 1. Jared Skinner, Connor Zabosian 1 and 2. Zabosian is there. Make a move maybe down to turn number 3 like he did on Donnie Kite a few laps ago. Really on board here with Jared Skinner off for turn number 2. Zabosian, he clips the outside wall there barely. Might cost him a little bit of time. Looks like he does. Pretty even as here comes Zabosian. He's going to send down the outside line. But he's getting the outside wall for turn 4. But does he have enough of a run? Coming to the line. It looks like Jared's going to pick up the heat 1 win. And he'll start in 3rd place here for the main events here tonight. So we'll take a quick look at our race results here for heat number 1. Heat number 2 grids up in momentarily. That's going to be Jared Skinner getting the heat 1 win as Connor Zabosian in 2nd, Donnie Kite in 3rd, Daniel Molnick in 4th, Nate Boggus 5th, Dylan Lamp 6th, Brian Marshall 7th, Christopher Bush in 8th, Alan Wild 9th, Tony Allison in 10th. Erwin Warnock 11th, Kyle Linsky 12th, Albert Lopez 13th, Jordan Evans 14th, Alex McQueen 15th, Tim McBasketball in 16th, and Carl Cantonis in 17th place. So we'll take a quick look at our heat number 2 grid while they grid up here. As Tim Hoff will lead us to the green here in heat number 2. Alongside him is Alex Anderson, that 67 machine, last season's champion. On the outside, currently looking in onto the chase, has been up and down all season long as Zach Stewart in 3rd, Braden McWilliams in 4th, Hunter Sr. 5th, Eric Keif in 6th, Dustin Coggin in 7th, Nathan Johnson 8th, Craig Martin 9th, and Michael James rounding out the top 10 here. Mikakis in 11th, Ruben Rodas in 12th, Caleb P. Yates in 13th, Michael Malm in 14th, David Nemert in 15th, and Tate Lapretta in 16th. And round out the field here is Christian Swagger. I see him off leading us here to the green flag in a few moments time as currently rolling off here. As the pace car about to pull off in the pit lane here after they get through turn number 3 and 4. Simhoff will lead us the green flag this time by as pace car pulls off in the pit lane. Simhoff about to do battle here with Alex Anderson. As here they go off of turn 4. Coming into the restart zone and green flag is out here for heat number 2. We are underway. Darlington once again. As Simhoff will lead down in turn number 1. He'll clear Alex Anderson up top. As side by side behind him, it's Mick Williams there, side by side with Hunter Sr. Hunter Sr. currently second in the points, trying to catch up to Simhoff if he can. Zach Stewart slots himself in the 3rd place. He was behind him. Hunter Sr. and Eric Kepp right there. Trying to get out here for 6th and 5th. A single file out for the most part here down in the turn number 1. The top tier really pulled away from the rest of the field, but there's just some contact behind, wrecking in the back, all down the back straightaway. It's Ruben Rodas and Nathan Johnson as well involved there on the back straightaway. We'll take a quick replay what happened there. So it looks like Ruben Rodas right there, and as inside is that 22 of Craig Martin. Looking at the replay here. So Rumors kind of may have it if happened ahead of him. Looks like it did. So he's passing Nathan Johnson. Hunter Sr. right there as well. Looks like off of turn 2. Just a little check up there and big heavy damage for Ruben Rose. And that 5 machine. Bad luck once again here tonight. We go back out in front. Simhoff and Alex Anderson still duking out here. It looks like Hoff trying to pull away a little bit here. And he has a little bit of a gap as well. About 2/10 is the gap between those 2 drivers. As the drivers behind him, it's Hunter Sr. and Braden McWilliams. Sr. going to try clear for 4th. Behind him, Eric Keck. There. It's down the front straightaway they go. So Braden McWilliams will clear for 4th for now. So it looks like Zach Stewart maybe tied the outside wall there off of turn 2. Big heavy contact for him. He'll lose quite a bit of time there down the back. But here we go, coming to us line. White flag one more time around here at Darlington. Simhoff has a pretty comfortable lead over Alex Anderson here currently. But 3/10 is the gap. Those 2 have kind of pulled away as Zach Stewart as well, kind of a little bit further on back. Hit the outside wall a lap ago off of turn 2. The battle for 4th is heating up here. Will Hunter Sr. make a daring move? McWilliams to the inside. Big blocks here down the back straightaway. This is for heat number 2 for 4th place. Big blocks here. Hunter Sr. gonna tag him. Will Rubbage racing there up with turn number 4. And more contact behind. McWilliams in the outside wall. And Dustin Coggin around down the front straightaway. They have not crossed the line quite yet. As we lose a ton of spots, more drivers involved. Big wreck behind. It's Tate LaPreda. And a bunch of other drivers as Dustin Coggin goes from about 5th place to all the way to 16th. And Brady McWilliams is in 13th there. As what a heavy contact there off of turn number 4. Absolutely insanity there. So we'll take a quick look at our race results here unofficially for heat number 2 before these drivers take the warm up here. That's going to be Simhoff wins heat number 2. Alex Anderson in 2nd. Zach Stewart 3rd. Hunter Sr. 4th. Eric Kepp in 5th. Craig Martin 6th. Michael James 7th. Nathan Johnson 8th. Jimmy Geikus 9th. And Mike Mullen round out the top 10. Christian Swagger in 11th. David Nimmert in 12th. Braden McWilliams in 13th with a heavy contact there. And also Taylor Preda And Dustin Coggins well involved as Caleb Yates in 14th, Taylor Perla 15th, Dustin Coggins 16th, and Ruben Rose in 17th. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for the main event here at Darlington. And we're back live here at Darlington. Car is currently under pacing here now. Ryan Houston will lead us to the green this time. By gets to take a quick look at our field here momentarily. On your screen now, we'll go through the top 10 right now as Ryan Houston on pole position there. As you see the rest of the field flashing on your screen here momentarily. As we're about to go green here in the moment as pace car pulls off in the pit lane. And into the restart zone they go. Ryan Houston going to lead us to the green flag. And green flag is out. You're on the way here for the race deck 205 at Darlington Raceway. As down in turn number 1 they go. How will the gyros fare through tricky turn 1 and turn 2 as side by side through most of the field they go as they flash past here. In the middle of turn 1 and 2, now down the back straight away they go. Gyros clipping the outside wall off of turn number 2, but we stay green for now. No one goes around here off of turn number 4. Here we go. Ryan Houston gonna lead a lap number 1 here tonight as side by side further on back as the top 5 and really pulled away from Donnie Kite and the rest of the field. Zach Stewart in the Molnex Hunter Senior cast in the back here as lap 2 underway. There's a little bit of wiggle there from Sam Hoff as Connors Rosen there to attack here maybe. As then they go off for turn number 4 at Darlington. Most single file through most of the field. Kind of goes to that probably all night long for the most part here. Just mostly single file. Going to be very hard to pass. Track position going to be the name of the game. You'll also be able to save your tires as well here tonight. It's Ryan Houston just at the fast lap of the race there in first place. The 28.885. Probably the fastest lap we've seen all night long as well. Also another thing note here, we have the points right there in the top right of your screen, updated live. You will not see a number, that means the driver is not in the session. So somebody's driver is not in the session, so 10th place in points is not in the session here currently. Team off, currently our points leader, a live update as well. Put the points game to the right of your screen as well, here currently. Ryan Houston still leads here tonight. 5 laps in this one. It's going to be probably a mostly single file green flag race. Not a lot of side-by-side action, so it's going to be a lot about strategy, a lot about fuel saving, tire saving as well if that comes to that point. But it's just going to be so hard to pass here. You see everyone's just mostly single file as we kind of go through 3 and 4 here currently. We'll kind of see this view right behind the fancy in 3 and 4. Just all the single file action. Drivers trying to go all the way on the racetrack, trying to figure out something, get some grip somewhere and try to get some speed over someone else. Currently Ryan Houston leads and he's pulling away a gap here on Isaiah Waltrus in 2nd place. We'll see if we can continue to stretch that gap out here currently. Ryan Houston continues to pull it pretty big right now currently. There's a little move there from, that was Sam Hoff there. He goes up to 3rd place, so he makes up a couple more points there on his championship lead here currently. He's the only driver locked in currently into the playoffs as well, or the chase I just should say. here in the Cup Series. Going for on backs. Donnie Kite kind of leading this train, a little bit of a gap between him and Daniel Molnex currently. Guys trying to find a groove here as they're 2 laps in this race, and they've already lost about a lap based off those that tire wear. So the tire wear has been pretty big as Connors Rosen making a move on Jared Skinner. He'll get around that 7 machine here as Skinner won heat number 1. So I'm out in the 5th place now right now. Apparently the drivers who started 1st and 2nd are still 1st and 2nd after 11 laps or so. As Ryan Houston pulling out a big gap here in the rest of the field currently. Currently sits 12th in that points currently as well. So we'll kind of look at the top 15, which is really on the right side of the screen is milk there off of turn number 4, but it looks like everyone's still rolling. But see the right side of your screen. One driver in 10th place. Looks like that is the Thomas Spencer possibly, as he's not in attendance tonight, so his name and number does not show up here obviously. So he's currently still in 10th place, even if he does miss tonight. To Ryan Houston, you see he has gained 203 points. It's because if you win you get 200 points, and also if you lead a lot or have 0 incidents, that's extra 3 points as well. That's why I can see 203 instead of 200. And also if you lead the most laps as well and lead a lap, you get extra 5 points. Right now Ryan Houston currently has the most laps led obviously, and he had led all these laps here tonight as well. So as caution is out, just talking about the point system here currently. This caution flag flies. Looks like Dustin Coggins is a parking lot down the back straightaway. Jordan Evans involved, Albert Lopez involved I believe as well. Yes he is. As absolute mayhem down the back. We'll see. Take a quick look what happened there. Albert Lopez kind of was arrived on the scene a little late as there was already mayhem here. Looks like Jordan Evans, I guess, just did not. Whoa, that was interesting there. Go on board with the 16 machine. It's the outside wall. I mean, that just can't be real, can it? I mean, that. Wow. Okay. So we'll see what happened, what caused that incident there, but it looks like Lopez turned right on the racetrack, or not Lopez, that was actually Warnock, excuse me, just turns right on the racetrack, and not sure if he thought maybe he was clear possibly. One example I can think of is we'll see a little blimp camera here. You know, Warnock just turns up the racetrack just a little bit on Dustin Goggin, and but those drivers' nights are most likely going to be pretty damaged, and they'll suffer quite a bit, especially this hit right here. Just, I mean, completely unnecessary and borderline. I mean, honestly, wow. I just cannot believe I just saw that. But you see the smoke. I guess you don't really know exactly what's going on. So that can happen sometimes as well. But it's unreal. That was a 3-car wreck instead of just a 2-car wreck there. But anyways, Ryan Houston, he stays out, and the rest of the field mostly stays out as well. The top 20 drivers staying out here after around 15 laps of green flag racing there. Their first yellow of the night as well. As doubling up here is Ryan Houston, going to take the outside there. Not a bad decision for that 98 machine. It's going green this time here. Currently 36 drivers entered tonight's race. 34 currently on the track right now, and 33 of them on the lead lap. So about 17 rows deep here on this restart, give or take. Make sure you guys also like and subscribe and share this stream to any family members, friends, those even. But yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe to Sport Legends Racing ARCA and also the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series as well. As pace car pulls off in the pit lane, about to restart here. Coming to lap number 17 of 150. As pace car is off and green flag is out. Ryan Housen gets a great launch there over Isaiah Waltress. Side by side here for second place there. That's Isaiah Waltress and Connor Zabosian. Zabosian on his inside lane there as they actually get clear on the outside. As the top four now is Timov going to take that to his advantage. Going to try to get Isaiah Waltress here and get upside the top three position. Inside he goes off of turn number 4. Can he make it stick? He can, but Waltress with a better run off of turn number 4. He'll clear down the front straightaway. He'll stay in that third place position, but he's going to lose out to Connor Zabosian for that second place spots. As Moses single file out once again quickly here. That's going to be the name of the game. You just got to get as many track position, as much track position as you can on these restarts, because that's really the closest you're going to be to these other drivers. You see the whole field basically single file. Some drivers maybe going out of line, but you see Lauren the Flagman just seeing a big single file train of cars pretty much down that front straightaway. Some drivers get clip the outside wall for turn 2 and off for turn 4, especially. Those drivers get behind them, they're going to have to take advantage of that. They see a driver ahead of them, maybe clip the outside wall for turn 2 or off for turn 4. Take advantage and go to the inside as quickly as they can. Because you've got to take advantage of these drivers making mistakes ahead of you. Especially at a track like Darlington. You cannot afford to waste an opportunity to make the pass here tonight. As caution is out. It looks like maybe Alex McQueen destroyed in the back there. Wow. Absolutely killed on our front ends. Blown up. Wow. That is a blown up racing machine there if I've ever seen one. As, oh, what an impact there on the inside of turn number down the back pretty much off of turn 2. And just went a little too high up the racetrack. Got clips there, and oh man, no time to react there for that 95 machine. As that'll end his night for sure. As he'll have to bring it down pit lane, smoking hot there. As Ryan Housen still leads here currently at North Wilkesboro. Not at Darlington, 2 old racetracks here, but still leads here at Darlington. But tire savings is going to be the name of the game here tonight as well. Alex Anderson had to start in the rear of the field due to EOL from a previous race. I believe it was last week he caused an incident, but he had to start the rear of the field. Currently, he's made his way up to, we'll see, made his way up to Darlington here. Not sure if we can find him, but we'll see if we can find him on the ticker there on the left side of your screen. It's all the way up to 12th place. He's made up quite a bit of time here. As some traffic there getting a lot back. I believe that it might be hot down car of Michael Malm. I believe so. Actually, Dylan Lamp, actually, I believe. One of those 2 drivers. But anyways, Alex Anderson, currently in 12th place here. Made his way up through the field as, yep, there goes lap driver down. Gonna get to a lap back. That is Michael Malm, actually. As they will back up as once again Ryan Houston going to take the outside line. As here we go off of turn number 4. Pace car is off. Ryan Houston will lead us to the green here tonight. And green flag back underway here for the third time as a movement in the furlong back. But Ryan Houston going to lead us to the turn 1 easily. He'll clear everyone else. Ken Konzabosian by side by side. Samuel Hoff and Konzabosian. Konzabosian last year's winner, or last season's winner at Darlington, I should say. So he gets passed by Samuel Hoff at second place spot as behind him. Jared Skinner and Zabosian looks like will fall on the 4th place actually, as I watch this was in 3rd. But single file out for most of the other drivers. Karlinski, their little pack there side by side here mid-pack. So around 16th place. Going to the bump cam here, that's Karlinski at 33rd machine, has some draft here down the back, but it's going to file off for now. So those drivers flying by here, burning the flag being on the front straightaway. But still, a lot of these drivers have yet to pitch right now currently. Already 26 laps into this race as well. So we'll see how long these drivers stay out for. Will they regret that later as well? So watch us looking really strong here early on. Qualified in 2nd place, didn't have the running of the heat races. He was locked into the front row. And I was kind of stuck behind Konzabosian for now, but in 4th place, doing a good job hanging in there. He has a good run. Will he take a heater on that 45 machine? Not quite yet. Just mostly single file throughout most of the field. Not sure when the first pit stops will fall here tonight at Darlington, but this caution flag is out. It might happen this time by, I'm guessing, as drivers involved. Looks like David Newmert there. And Tony Allison, yeah, damaged right there in that 4 machine. There's a major damage there on the turn 1 and turn 2. So we'll see what happened. There's a wrecking ahead of Tony Allison, as nowhere to go for him, as very late hit. I believe he got to that 63 machine. Looks like Eric Kep right there. He's down in turn 1, big side by side up ahead. Oh wow! Multiple drivers involved there. On the entry to turn number 1. See the better view here on the blimp camera. Looks like just just no one was really too stable in the turn one. Looks like Kep was kind of a wobbling just a little bit on the entry of turn one, kind of caused that one. I think it might have been just a race incident in general there, but we will see it first. Maybe pit stops tonight for our race leaders. A couple of them, all of them coming down pit lane here. And Zero's running out, so he'll run the race off pit lane. And so looks like the top 8 will stay out here as we're wondering this time by. But the only driver who's yet to pit right now is Jordan Evans. In that 16 machine, he's also on the cutoff for the chase as well. Feeling 15th right now in the points. Let's take a quick look at our point standings right now live. You can see top 20 in points. Got Connors Bosing on the outside looking in. Alex Anderson on the outside looking in. Dustin Coggin obviously being involved in that wreck right there. How will that affect his chase run as well? Tiny Kite on the borderline there as well. And Jordan Evans just talking about him there as well. And even Thomas Spencer missing this race shouldn't affect him too much. Still in that 10th place spot. Obviously, is no name or number or anything, but he's that blank spot right there missing tonight's race. So not really dropping him too much in the points, but he will lose a ton of points as well, though. But still in the comfortable spots in these next 3 races as into the restart zone they go. First time we have a new leader on the restarts, and green flag is back out for Daniel Molnix. And still clear big time down in turn 1 is Hunter Sr. in second. Christopher Busch in third. There's a little contact there for long back. Still in lane as Jordan Warnock, or Jordan Evans, excuse me. No front end, trying to stay out as long as he can. Don't know if that's the right call for that 15 or 16 machine. So he's going to lose quite a bit of spots here currently. Back out front, Daniel Mullins doing a great job right now here. Out in front. By Hunter Sr. and Donnie Kite as well. So top to have really pulled away from the rest of the field is Christopher Busch in 4th place. Kind of leading his second pack of cars here right now. Behind him is Caleb Yates and Sam Roth, the first driver on newer tires. He's going to look to the inside as Ryan Housen really struggling there. Here in 11th place here, he's behind Alex Anderson, who had that ELO penalty at the earlier part of this race as well. As 3 abreast here on the front straightaway. For a moment, looks like as Connors was going to back out of it there. As big battles here, Samuel Hoff gets around Caleb Yates, and he'll be the leader of this pack behind. As now the top 3 are pulled away to about 3.2 second gap over the rest of the field. As we see him through 3 and 4 here behind the fence to see how big of a gap they have over Samuel Hoff and the rest of the field as well. It looks like a caution flag is out there, because we're not sure what went on. So Christian Schweiger involved, Michael Malm, and Bill Lamb involved as well, possibly. That was wow, big jump there for the Fat Machine of Bill Lamb. As it just gets hooked on the inside, bam, ran the inside wall, I should say. Comes up the racetrack, and oh, Christian Schweiger, nowhere to go there. And those two drivers will 100% be done for the night as well. It's Tim Basketball also having the penalty as well. Not sure what it was for exactly. But Daniel Monks will lead here over the rest of the field. But in the meantime, right now we take a quick break and we're back here on the Legends Racing Network, the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series at Darlington. As base car just pulled off in the pit lane as Daniel Mullins once again gets the green for the second time in a row, and green flags back up here at Darlington. Mullins with a great launch off of the restart zone there. Simloff, Hunter Sr. side by side behind him, but Simloff should clear maybe down here in the turn one, maybe off the exit of turn two. Yes, he will. He does have those fresher tires compared to the drivers in front of him. As he'll clear Hunter Sr. there for second. Here comes Ike, some contact back further on back. That's Christopher Bush, I believe, there. That 91 machine almost cut the outside wall, gets on those drivers behind him there. Out in front, Daniel Mullock still leads over Simloff and the rest of the field. But how long will that last, though? Drivers brushing the outside wall just a little bit there off of turn number two. Mentioned turn two, probably one of the trickiest corners on the racetrack. Turn two and turn four, the exit to Darlington, not forgiving at all. Daniel Mullock's doing a great job here leading the field, even on those older tires. And the stay ahead of Simloff as well. The Hoff is catching quickly. is now the back bumper of Daniel Molnick's. As there goes Isaiah Waltrus on the inside of Hunter Sr. Actually, I was on the outside, excuse me. As Isaiah Waltrus will clear for third. As Reinhaus and Pole Sitter struggle a little bit through the traffic. He's up to 6th place now. We got Tate Lipper behind him. We just got to catch up to Donnie Kite. And Hunter Sr. have older tires than him. Molnick's doing a great job right now. Staying ahead of Samuel Hoff here in that 1st place spot. As they rocket down to number 1, Will Hoff looking inside. Yes, he will have a peak, but not enough momentum to do anything there in the turn 1. They're all on board here with Daniel Molnick here off of turn number 2. This is going to the inside, Hoff to the outside. How big of an advantage will that give to Samuel Hoff here? Down the front show they go. Off of turn number 4. Off of a huge run, he's going to look to the inside. Side drop just a little bit. And he clear. Yeah, book it. He's clear out in front by less than a fender even. Off of turn number 2, he'll try to rocket his Burger King race car away from Daniel Molnick. Daniel Molnick still in 2nd place though, in a good spot as Isaiah Waltrus right behind him in 3rd. Hunter Sr. 4th, Donnie Kite in 5th. Being challenged here in a moment here from Ryan Houston. So most of them out throughout most of the field. See some battles right here as Karolinski maybe being held up by Caleb Yates just a little bit. Karolinski has about 16 lap pressure tires. He's trying to go around the 70 series over in front of him. Caleb Yates on the outside wall. He's going to take advantage of that one. Same with Alan Wild as they go to the inside of that 70 machine. And Wild will clear. Karolinski will clear as well as Yates still struggling. Jared Skinner, who won Heat 1, currently mired back in 15th place. Struggling right now currently. As Yates, big time loss there for him. As Zabosian also here further on back. Not having a good launch run right now as he was having. Let's take a quick look at updated points live right now. 1st to 20th. Tim Hoff still out in front in the race lead currently. See, around 16th place, that's Donnie Kite and Connor Zabosian. Kind of interval between them. Dustin Coggin having a bad night right now. Not looking good for his chase run as Isaiah Waltrus gets around Daniel Molnick here for 2nd. He won a few weeks ago at Kentucky. Darlington, obviously a very different racetrack than Kentucky, I would say. But both equally skilled though. Side Kite right there. Trying to get around Hunter Sr. as Ryan Houston gets around Senior and Kite. He moves himself up to 4th place right now. Right behind him, Alex Anderson having a great run tonight. He needed this one. Last season's champion. Probably his worst start to the season in a long time. He had a bad start last season as well, or ending, I would say, to the regular season, but he rebounded quickly in the chase. Can he do a little deja vu moment here in season number 3? And be obviously the first driver to win 2 SAC championships ever. And we'll see if we'll be able to do that here in these coming weeks, this next month pretty much. But out front still is Simoloff here currently. As we're already 1/3 into this race here tonight, will we see a green flag pit stop here tonight as well? That'll be an interesting thing to see if we can maybe see that. Right now, Isaiah Walters kind of closing that gap down just a little bit here on Samuel Hoff. Past few laps, he's just been inching slowly but surely into that drafting range, and he's there. If Samuel Hoff makes a mistake, he'll be easily be able to get there tonight. Jared's gonna won last week. His first ever SAC win as well. Also closest margin of victory ever in SAC history. We broadcasted the other closest one at Michigan in season 2. I believe that was the regular season finale, if I do recall. Right now, currently, Jared Skinner running in that 19th place. Did win heat number 1, but just hasn't really been able to translate that speed into the feature tonight. Obviously, had to get marred through some traffic as well. But we'll see if he can come around here in these next few 100 laps or so. Still have a long way to go here tonight at Darlington, so a lot can still happen. Samuel still leads as Daniel Molnix and Ryan Houston could be duking out here in a few laps time. So here comes Houston to the inside of Molnix. Can he clear off for turn number 4? Looks like he will. He'll move himself up inside, back to top 3 position. We got Jimmy Geikus here side by side with Alan Wild. Wild just gonna let him through into turn number 3 there. This Geikus will move himself up in the 17th place spot. Simoloff still riding on the outside line. Right now, fuel could become a factor here for drivers like Country Senior Daniel Molnix. They've been out on these tires in this tank of fuel for about 45 laps. So we'll see when they come out pit lane here. Right currently, I mean, they've not pitted since lap around lap 15 caution. Did the first caution tonight. But one driver on the outside wall, I think it's Ryan House, and smoke off of his machine on the right side. Gonna lose quite a bit of time there. Samuel still leads, has that clean air as well. It's going to be very valuable here into next race. That clean air being able to save your right front tire. Samuel reeling that thing off of turn number 4. Looks like very loose there. As these tires are really wearing out on these drivers as Donnie Kite down pit lane. Reverse drivers are coming down pit lane right now as the pit cycle is happening here for that 2 machine. He pitted last on lap 40 or 47 laps ago. When will Daniel Molnex come down pit lane? There's a lot of drivers coming out pit lane right now here currently. As here comes in Walks Hunter Senior, Taylor Perry, Caleb Gates already came down. It's pit stops happening here. First green flag pit stops of the night. Here on lap 64, around 60-64. It looks like Johnny Kite, maybe a black flag for him. Yeah, it looks like it is black flag for the 2 machine. Long pit stop for that machine of Johnny Kites. So away he goes finally. Wow. That's gonna hurt his chance big time of this chase opportunity. As we'll look at upside points here right now after that pit stop. Johnny Kite currently on the outside looking in 19th place. FC 16th on back right there, Dustin Coggin. Really on the bubble, Jordan Evans right behind him. Moving Rhodas. Johnny Kite as well, so they're all within around 100 points of each other. Actually, Dustin Coggin having a bad night, Jordan Evans having a bad night, Ruben Rhodas not having the greatest nights in the heat race, but currently he's up to 7th place right now. Out on the racetrack. Ryan Houston comes down pit lane early stop for him. Here, 37 laps in this race. As we'll see how it plays out for that 98 machine. Samhoff still leads over the rest of the field of Isaiah Waltrus, and second is Alex Anderson in third. He's down pit lane now. As there goes Alex Anderson off the pit lane, and Samhoff on the still out on the racetrack has not come down pit lane quite yet. As Alvaro Lopez makes his way down pit lane right now. Michael James down pit lane as well. There's Isaiah Waltrus coming out pit lane. A 60 machine. Tim Wall finally comes on pit lane in that 00 machine. One shower is also not penalized Cosbosian. His caution is out. They're in the middle of green flag pit stops. As it looks like Daniel Molnick's on new tires, cold tires there, brings out the yellow. Wow. Halfway through the race, caution flag number 5 as Molnick just gets loose off of turn number 2. And pow, on the inside wall he goes. Around goes Ryan Houston as well. And Isaiah Walters, a lot of the front runners spinning out there. The caution is out here, right in the middle of green flag pit stops, and that helps Connor Zabosian as he is on in first place as Sam off. Just came out pit lane, but he'll get the lucky dog position right there in that 00 machine. Top 5 come down pit lane. We're also going to try to get their laps back here. We'll take a quick little break as these guys sort out Lucky Dog and those lap down cars as well. Right back here from Darlington from the race. Deck 205. Jessica on the pit lane, about to go back green here. Halfway through the race, 76 laps down and 75 to go. Is green flag in the air. Comes Bozen. Goes down turn 1 here to lead us to the green and into turn 1 as well. Nathan Johnson in second. Nate Bogus in that third. There's wrecking behind! One driver around. Not sure it is, but they keep it straight and we stay green for now. As they save the car on the inside line. Not sure if it was a lap down car, it might have been. As the rest of the field flies by down the back straightaway. It's Nathan Johnson now lurking in the back there behind Connor Zabosian. So we'll take a quick look at how the points are shaking up right now. Top 20 It's now Nathan Johnson currently in that 10th place spot. He jumps Thomas Spencer. And 16th place spot is Alex Anderson, Dustin Coggins still out of tonight's race as well. Trying just to hang on those final few spots. Coggins still in the session, trying to probably fix his damage and get back out there, get a few more spots, as every point will matter here for him at the end of this one. As Midfield single files out pretty quickly here as we're coming to 70 laps to go, about 7.5 laps to go. Here at Darlington, there's a little side-by-side action further on back. Oh, little car wrecking, I think, car on the inside. Pretty sure it's a lap down car, maybe. Looks like it is, one lap down. It's Carlo Antonos right there. Jimmy, I guess, right there in the mid-pack and around 13th place. As in the meantime, we do a little other run and crank it up here. 70 laps to go here at Darlington. We're back live here at Darlington after a little crank it up session there. So right now currently on lap 85 of 150. A little bit under 70 laps to go, 65 to go right now. It's Connors Rosing out in front here. Season 1 champion. Has struggled quite a bit this season as well, but trying to get himself into the chase and have a chance at the championship. Currently he's running in that first place position, but on point 17th in points. But let's take a quick updated look at our live standings here as of now. Hans Billigan shoots himself all the way up to 14th place in the points. Dustin Coggin having a bad day. Alex Anderson having that EOL penalty didn't help him at all. He's currently on the 16th place spots. Glenn Evans on the outside looking in, Ruben Rodas on the outside looking in, but Ruben Rodas having a good night as well. Donnie Kite, unfortunately for the speeding penalty, but currently he's only one lap down, so if he gets a caution here, be the lucky dog position, I believe so. Still has a fighting chance here to get a good point stay late in this race here at Darlington, but 62 laps to go this time by Caleb Yates down pit lane right now. We're currently 20. Oh, so that's KW8's black flag actually as well, but. Right now for them back, not too many battles here. Ruben Rodos and Ryan Houston right there. It's Houston under attack here, 6th and 7th. Well, looks like Houston gonna clear and go try to pull away a little bit from Ruben Rodos and try to get back up inside the top 5 spots. So here comes Jared Skinner on the inside. Nate Bogus looks like he'll get by. So here comes Samuel Hoff as well to the inside of that 11 machine. And he'll clear for 4th. So Skinner up to 3rd. Samuel Hoff up to 4th. Skinner, last week's winner. First time ever winning here. SuperStar Cup Series. As here comes Samuel Hoff. He's going to try to take advantage of that one as well. Skinner the outside wall. He stays ahead of Samuel Hoff for now. Off of turn number 2, can Hoff get a good run? Not quite enough. And we'll stay behind for now. Further on down, looks like as it watches Michael James a little close together here. Alex Anderson, Hunter Senior a little close as well, 10th and 11th. Jack Stewart, Kyle Linsky a little close as well, but not a lot of side-by-side action like I mentioned here at Darlington. Just a lot more track position oriented, a lot more strategy oriented as well. Jared Skinner still under attack here from Samuel Hoff as well. As the top 4 are pretty much gone up in the rest of the field. Nate Bogus 2.6 seconds back. He's under attack here from Ryan Houston. As Houston on the outside, he's going to clear and book it. He's out in front of Nate Bogus, staying in that 5th place spot. Still one more pit stop left for these drivers, so I wonder when we come out pit lane if we do go green the rest of the way. And do you guys think we'll see a caution here tonight? I'm going to say we'll see at least one more at a minimum. So we'll put a little poll in the chat and see what you guys think here. So we will see, but right now, currently, no one really within 2/10 of each other here out on the racetrack. It's really just going to be all about strategy from here on out of the field. Track position strategy has kind of been the name of the game. Connor's Bosing out in front. I got a little lucky with the caution, but you know, sometimes you got a little luck on your side. And he's used it to his advantage here as he has a 2-second gap over Nathan Johnson in 2nd. He's trying to really just get into this chase and have a chance at the championship. Let's take a quick look at up to the points here. Currently, Kozlozian still 14th in the positions. He's moved up quite a few positions. We'll see how many positions he's gained on the right side of your screen. Up 3 positions before the start of this race. Michael James having a great season as well in that 4th place spot. Behind Nathan Johnson is Jared Skinner and Sam Loff's kind of a 3-car battle. Side by side here, Nate Bogus, Isaiah Waltrus. As Nate Bogus is really falling off a cliff here in the past few laps. He was a few moments ago bound for 5th place with Ryan Housen. That was all the way down in the 10th place behind Isaiah Waltrus. So he's kind of struggling on these older tires. It seems like 25 laps into this run. He's really struggling on those old tires here at Darlington. Side by side behind is Jared Skinner. On the ahead, Jared Skinner gets passed by Samuel Hoff here into turn number 1. Also side by side behind him, Alex Anderson and Michael James here, 7th and 8th. As track position starting to heat up a little bit here late in this run. So James on the outside wall gets slowed down just a little bit as Anderson get a clear, and same with Isaiah Waltrus, still clear both for 7th and 8th. So how long ahead will Nathan Johnson be for Samuel Hoff? How long will it take for Hoff to get around him, or if you can, before these pit stops happen? As the air comes off to the inside in turn 3 and 4, can he clear off of turn 4? Not quite yet. I think he will. Yes, he will. There off of turn 4, he'll clear his lap traffic up ahead. For Conjur's going to get through. He does clear. So you can get him on that one. I think it's Christopher Bush, possibly, that 91 machine. And yes, it is. So Jimmy Geikus and Hunter Sr. will battle here for 12th and 13th. As it's going to be Kyle Linsky. Looks like Jimmy Geikus. No, it is. Was Hunter Sr., I believe, was behind. Wait, oh no, he does come up pit lane, that's why. Hunter Sr., first driver down pit lane, used the timing square machine there, but he is down pit lane right now. Jimmy Geikus does follow as well. Samuel Hoff, we missed it. He got around Nathan Johnson there for seconds. So again on pit lane as Nathan Johnson struggling those older tires. Those pit stops happening right now here at Darlington. So Hunter Sr. looks like he might be on penalty there in that 12 machine. Looks like he did. So black flag for the 12 of Hunter Sr. Trying to lock himself into the chase here right now as Johnny Kite down pit lane. As when will our race leaders come down pit lane, as Hoff is catching Sebastian pretty quickly right now. A little Hoff in the outside wall for turn number 4. Back to just a little bit. But they are catching Connor Sebastian at an alarming rate right now. It's Ryan Housen down pit lane, or pole sitter. He's been quick all night long. We'll see if he has something here late in this one with 41 to go. And we'll see another caution as well. Sebastian down pit lane, as Michael James also down pit lane as well. So pit stops happening here for our race leaders. When will Samuel Hoff come down pit lane? Nathan Johnson behind him as well. Steers carrying down pit lane. So pit stops happening here with 38 laps to go. So Hoff looks like he's looking to come down pit lane. Yes, he is. In that 00 machine. Now all the way to the inside, trying to get as good of an entry he can on the pit road. And slow it down inside, make sure he doesn't get any black flags at all. Looks like he does, as Nathan Johnson gets to stay out one more lap here. Maybe a couple even. Looks like Nathan Johnson coming out pit lane this time by. Last time we had a green flag pit stop, we saw a caution in the middle of that one. Will we see one here in this green flag pit stop? So far, not quite yet, as Alex Anderson now takes the race lead. He has yet to pit. Same with Ruben Rodas. Zach Stewart is yet to pit as well. Nate Bogus is yet to pit. So the top 4 have yet to pit so far tonight. Connor Sebastian looks like he'll be the race leader once this all set goes out once again. It does. Nathan Johnson, here comes Nathan Johnson on pit lane, but Connor Sebastian will clear easily. As right now, currently, if this thing does stay green, once this pit cycle is complete, Connor Sebastian will be a race leader here momentarily. As Alex Anderson down pit lane, same with Nate Bogus ahead. Zach Stewart is coming out of pit lane right now as well. So a lot of commotion happening here. Everyone looking to come down pit lane. Looks like everyone down pit in their pit lane box. As Connor Sebastian will take the race lead. Looks like this time by, and yes he will. So the 45 should be out back in front here in a few moments time. Lap traffic up ahead of him right now, trying around that 07 machine. Of Alan Wild, who currently is in 15th place at the moment. Now Conservation has officially taken back the race lead over Zach Stewart. And the pit cycle is officially complete. So everyone has come down pit lane right now. So as Samuel Hobb and Daniel Mullock's down pit lane once again. More drivers on pit lane, but further on back. So no more scheduled pit stops here unless we get a late race caution. So Samuel Hoff about 2.7 seconds back from Connor Sebastian, Here's getting a little bit further back as well, 3.8 seconds from Samuel Hoff. So it's quite a bit of a gap between first, second, and third. It's a little bit more of a narrow gap between third and fifth. So this plays out Zach Stewart, Darlington side by side. Gotta watch out for those old tires as well. So how that caused a wreck the last Green 5 pit cycle. The drivers seem to learn their lessons just a little bit. It looks like Zach Stewart gets by Kowalski there on the outside. Subosi now gonna try to pull out to a little bit of a gap, but looks like can't seem off. Kind of reeling him in just a little, 10th by 10th a lap. Right now, currently 2.1 seconds as a gap. Last time by, Hoff was about a little bit less than a 10th quicker, but give or take about 10th. Right now we're kind of in the lull of this race, just trying to get to the end for Colin Subosi. Right now he's kind of maintaining that gap between him and Samuel Hoff. We'll compare these lap times in a few moments' time. But right now he's just trying to maintain that driving position right now. See Samuel Hoff just a little bit quicker these last few laps, but Collins Wilson kind of stuck in lap traffic right now. Currently side by side here with that Ford machine of Tony Allison. Lap time by Hoff, getting quite a bit of time there on Colin Subosi, about 4/10. Like I just mentioned, Subosi was kind of stuck in some lap traffic there as well. So we'll see how this plays out with about 25 laps to go. Subosi trying to hang on for dear life here currently. Try to pick up his second win of the season. Going back on the November 12th at Michigan. Race that went to overtime there. He struggled quite a bit, missed a couple races as well. You know, a little bit inconsistent as well in those races he did make. But hasn't really had the great finishes as he's used to be seen in Season 1 and Season 2. But he could really turn around here late and maybe make a run for the chase as well as maybe a championship. Let's take a quick look at a live points update. Colin Subosi currently in 15th in points, up 2 spots here. Justin Coggin being involved in that wreck earlier tonight, down 3. Coggin has exited the session. Jordan Evans has exited the session as well. He was involved in the wreck earlier as well. Andy Kite currently in 18th place. Struggling there, obviously in that speeding penalty in the first Green 5 pit stops. So unfortunately for him, he's currently in 18th in the points. So we get the live points update, but Isaiah Walters overtakes Hunter Sr. Michael James as well, gets up 2 spots here. Rest of the field pretty much roughly even, or lost 1 or 2 positions, but nothing too crazy there. But Hoff is closing big time. They got down to 1.2 seconds. Remember, he does have those fresher tires, only 2 lap fresher tires, but that does make a big difference here in iRacing. Ooh, the car maybe got a bit loose there off of turn number 2. If I saw that correctly, but anyways, Zabosian's still out in front by 1 second, but Simulov have to get through this traffic with 20 laps to go. Can Hoff do it? Lap traffic up ahead side by side in front of St. Malab. He's going to lose a little bit of time as well. Also have some dirty air. So if he gets around one of the lap traffic, but he's losing quite a bit of time to Connor Zabosian in the meantime. As we'll take another look at this graphic right here, 4.4 seconds, or 1.4 seconds is a gap. He lost 3/10 last time by, even behind lap traffic. Simov has lost a lot of time those past 2 laps. You know, on that lap traffic, he's finally by as 1.6 seconds is the gap now. Now he's some clean air for now, but Zabosian catching up to some more lap traffic. This really could go either way. It seems like with Nathan Johnson and Jared Skinner behind them, is Johnson in 1/10 of a second of Jared Skinner for 3rd. There's a 1-car way on the inside. Once again, not sure what that is. It looks like the 88 machine of Albert Lopez. So turn 2. Simulov is cut up to Connor Zabosian quickly. 5/10 is the gap now. I think Zabosian struggled with some lap traffic up ahead. As we have a race in our hands for the race lead here with 14 laps to go at Darlington. Let's go on board here with Connor Zabosian, our race leader currently. Simulhoff closed big time, but Zabosian gonna pull that gap back. And looks like he has. He's opened that gap just a little bit now. Around 7/10 of a second. Spot for third place as well, still heating up a little bit, but Nathan Johnson. Jared's getting a little bit of a gap between those two drivers, about half a second now, as the Skinner maybe script the outside wall through turn 3 and 4. As now Isaiah Walters catching up to Jared Skinner here for 4th. Top traffic again on the way here for our race leaders. Zabosian has opened up his gap just a little bit more. It's about 8/10 of a second over Samuel Hoff. And here comes Isaiah Walters. Jimmy Geikis down pit lane here. On a late pit stop for Jimmy Geikis, but anyways, as here comes Isaiah Walters. And he get around Jared Skinner here with 9 laps to go. Drivers on these old tires, around 30 laps old. Got to wheel this thing around Darlington 8 more times. As Connors Rosen has opened his gap up more than a second here on Sam Hoff. As here comes Isaiah Walters to the inside. He's to the left rear quarter panel of Jared Skinner off for turn number 4. It's going to be a dead even down the front straightaway with 7 laps to go. And Walters clear down in turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be tight here. Flips the apron, but he's not able to clear quite yet. He's behind them for 9th and 8th. Ruben Lewis and Zach Stewart duking out Albert Lopez and Alan Wild close as well. Some couple late race battles here on the racetrack going on all around the racetrack. As here comes Isaiah Walters and Jared Skinner off for turn number 4. 6 laps to go this time by as Brandon McWilliams and Karolinski. As Karolinski almost wrecked there. As here comes Zach Stewart and Ruben Rodas. Looks like Stewart will get around Ruben Rodas there for 8. The back out here, Isaiah Walters to the inside of Jared Skinner. Skinner's going to let him through. Did Walters blow the corner? Doesn't look like he did. Skinner going to stay behind and fit. Let's go back here for 12th place. That's Alan Wild and Albert Lopez. As Zach Stewart and Ruben Rose change positions again. Ruben Rose gets around Zach Stewart. And we set sail here and get inside that top 8 spot. Maintain it here for these next few laps. A little harder than yet, hitting the outside wall. That's Ruben Rodas. Here comes Zach Stewart once again to the inside. He'll clear and he'll get around some lap traffic as well. Christopher Busch. There's a little lap car in between these two drivers as these drivers duking out here for 8th and 9th. As Ruben Rodas struggling big time there. Get around lap traffic, Christopher Busch. He does so there as Busch hits the outside wall and lets Ruben Rodas by. That's about half a second's gap between him and Zach Stewart. It's 3 laps to go here for Connor Zabosian. Stallion Kite on the inside. Maybe trying to save some fuel right now here currently as well. He's currently in 15th place. It's 2 laps to go for Connor Zabosian. He's looking to pick up his 2nd win of the season. He's looking to go back-to-back here at Darlington as he won last season, season number 2. As he's about to take the white flag here in a few moments' time off of turn number 4, that 45 machine. Out in front, started all the way back. In that 5th place spot, up 4 spots, white flag in there this time by Zabosian. Just has to make it through tricky turn 2 and tricky turn 4. Get his 2nd win of the season. Low lap chocolate looks like ahead of him. It's off of turn 2, gets a good run through turn 2 down the back. Now through 3 and 4, Connor Zabosian. Had the caution fall right in the right place for him, and he's going to take advantage of it. And he's going to pick up his 2nd win of the season here at Darlington. He's going to win the race tech 205 here in the Lady in Black. As he beats Samhoff there. Samhoff's tires I think, just kind of died out there at the end. Fell off big time. But Zabosian, rightfully so, will burn it down here in victory lane. Zabosian burning down here on the front straightaway at Darlington. He's gonna park her right there on the front stretch, and we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here with the top 5 interview. We're back live here at Darlington. Right, so we're going to take a quick look at our race results here before we get into our top 5 interviews. As obviously Connor Zabosian will win here tonight over Samhoff in 2nd. Not sure why it's showing Hoff in 1st, but it is Connor Zabosian. Nope, those are the standings. Wrong sheet right there. But anyways, Connor Zabosian will pick up the win here tonight on the race tech 205. Samhoff in 2nd. Nathan Johnson 3rd. Isaiah Walters 4th. Jared Skinner in 5th. Alex Anderson 6th. Michael James in 7th. Zach Stewart 8th. Ruben Rose 9th. And Nate Bogus around the top 10, a lap down. Braden McWilliams in 11th, Albert Lopez 12th, Alan Wild 13th, Ryan Houston in 14th, pole sitter tonight. Johnny Kite 15th, Jimmy Geikis 16th, Carl Antonis in 17th, Hunter Senior 18th, Jado Molix 19th, and Christopher Bush in 20th. Caleb Yates in 21st, Kyle Linsky 22nd, Eric Kep in 23rd, Ernie Allison 24th, Craig Martin 25th, Tate LaPretta 26th, Michael Malm 27th, Christian Swagger 28th, Dylan Lamb 29th, Tim McBasketball in 30th. 31st, Jordan Evans 32nd, Brian Marshall 33rd, David Niemert, Alex McQueen 34th, Justin Coggin 35th, and Jordan Warnock in 36th place. Now his first up, we'll bring in our race winner here of Connor Zabosian. He gets the job done here tonight with a great strategy call. Got a little lucky with the caution falling at the right time, but he used it to his advantage. So bring him into the booth here for the interview. Hello, Connor, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So you get the win here tonight, your second win of the season. You used that caution during the first green flag pit stops to your advantage, and you never really looked back after that moment. Talk us through your race and overall that second half of the race, especially while you were out in front.
Yeah, coming up to that caution, I was not happy. I got into it with somebody else and got some wheel damage, so I had a bunch of repairs. I had to go to the back of the field, and I kind of ran it long, thinking like, just if anything happens, like I have to run this long just in case caution comes out or something because I have more fuel than everyone else. So stayed out. Everyone else ended up pitting, and oddly enough, the caution came out at a perfect time for me. So that gave me a big advantage. On the restart after that, I went after it and I ran real hard to try and get a little bit of a gap. And then as soon as everyone was catching me again, after I burned up my tires, it was close to pitting time. So I pit a little bit early to try and get the jump on fresher tires, and ended up working out pretty well. Towards the end there, Sam, I knew was closing in on me. So I was kind of saving that whole run, letting him get close to me, and then I figured once he got close, I would start pushing harder, and I would have better tires on him and be able to pull away, which was exactly what happened. But there were a few close calls there that cut it a little closer than I wanted to.
Yeah, definitely, I would say so. But overall, just a great performance for you tonight. I was working through like the lap traffic there at the end as well. I kind of saw you struggle maybe a little bit in the dirty air as well from those lapped cars, maybe.
Yeah, the dirty air wasn't so bad, I would say. I mean, you definitely feel it, but you're kind of used to it running these cars a lot. So I guess more so was just passing at this track. It's so hard to pass here. So you come up on somebody, and like most of the time when you're lapping somebody, like you have to send it in there and hope you clear them and hope they back out of it. And then when they don't back out of it, it gets really sketchy. So that was a few of the close calls, and it drew Sam in, and then he had some of the same incidents. So, I mean, it goes both ways for everyone. It's just playing your cards right and staying out of trouble.
Yeah, definitely. But you get your second win here of the season tonight at Darlington, and you get a little bit better points positioning going into these next few races for the chase. Anyone to thank for tonight's race win?
Yeah, I got to thank Moran Chevrolet, McQuaid Heating and Cooling, PPG, Painter Supply and Equipment, Michigan Independent Door Company, The Pleasure Zone. I think that's it.
Well, congrats on your win tonight, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Thank you.
So that was good. Connor Zabosian, our Race Tech 205 winner. We're bringing our second place finisher, Sam Hoff. He rounds himself off in second place, like I said, but currently he's in the chase as well. And our points leader here after tonight as well still. Oh, Sam, we got a copy?
Yes, I do, Talon. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with second place tonight.
Yeah, still a great result here tonight for you. Maybe had a chance at the win there late. With Connor saving, he said he was saving a little bit there, but you think you could maybe had something for him at the end, or just kind of burn up your tires a little bit too much there, trying to catch him?
Yeah, when I came off pit road and I was 3 seconds back, the idea of saving kind of left the mind, and I went all go, and I paid for it the final 10 laps for sure, and lost all the time I had gained on him. Maybe if I was a little bit smarter, because I had the 2-lap advantage, I maybe could have reeled him in at some point, but I had to go to cover 3 seconds, and he just he made a good call. He did. He got on there when he needed to. He's got enough fuel, everything, and good for him. It was a good win by him.
Yeah, you saw obviously the points here big time, obviously locking yourself in the chase. So what are you kind of trying to gain from these next few races? Just kind of these next 3 races, very different racetracks as well. What's kind of your thought process with you already being locked into the chase?
My thought process is keep momentum high, keep doing well in these races, keep finishing high, kind of like second here, even though it won't matter in the end game because I'll probably win the points championship at the end of the season. It's momentum, it's learning experience on different types of tracks. Darlington here is extremely different than Talladega, extremely different than Pocono, and extremely different than Iowa. Carry all 3 of those skill sets, all 4 of these skill sets in to the chase, and maybe we can make some noise this season.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congrats on your second here tonight at Darlington. Anyone to thank for tonight's great run?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Patty Engineering, Fanic Robotics, Burger King and the Simpsons movie for being on the car this week, and this beautiful throwback to David Rudiman in 2007 at the Brickyard 400. And I want to say thank you to Eric Cartman on the spotter stand, giving me a great call all race long, telling me when I was clear and when I was got a car to my outside. So
Always good to have your spotters on your side there. But congrats on your second here tonight. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
see you at Talladega.
So Sam Hoff there in that second place machine. Most likely clinch the championship here tonight, I believe. Or not tonight, but probably the next few weeks here. Such a big buffer. We'll look at the points later after these interviews. But third place could be Nathan Johnson. Great performance from him tonight as well in that 19 machine. Slowly but surely trying to lock himself into the chase as well. Oh, Nathan, you got a copy?
Oh, hello. Yes. How's it going?
So you round yourself off in the third place here. You started in 18th place, right around mid-pack. Talk us through your race time, just kind of making your way up through the field and finishing that top 3 spot.
Yeah, I was just trying to save my stuff as much as I could. And then at the end there, I got a little bit of wheel damage, and I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to keep up, but it was fine. So, yeah, just making my way through the pack, taking my time, and just making smooth moves and having respect for other drivers, and yeah, I made it up there.
Yeah, it's definitely a great points finish for you as well, trying to get yourself into the chase fully. Good buffer zone as well. But going to next week at Talladega, have a wild card, could gain, maybe lose a lot of points there as well. But what's kind of your thought process next week at the 2.66 mile racetrack there in Alabama?
Oh man, Talladega. Well, just run smooth, run behind someone and make it to the front and don't wreck. That's going to be my goal next week, is just kind of ride around to the end and see what happens.
Yeah, and obviously starts well here with a good finish at Darlington. And you want to thank you for tonight's great run?
Yeah, I want to thank Hoff Performance, all my teammates. We all ran pretty well tonight. And yeah, man, that's about it.
Well, congrats on your third place finish tonight. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
All right, thank you.
So that was Nathan Johnson in that 19 machine. We'll be bringing our fourth place finisher by Isaiah Walters at 60 machine. Hello, Isaiah, do you get a copy?
Hello.
So you round yourself off in the fourth place there. You actually move up into second place, I believe, in the points as well, overtaking Hunter Sr. with this great result. So going these next few races, what's your kind of goal? Just kind of get better seeding into the chase, or kind of get some more wins, or just all of the above pretty much?
Well, Sam is, I don't want to say out of reach. Anything can happen, but realistically, I'm very content with a second seeding into the chase. The next few races are just about maintaining my position and helping my teammates get up above the cut line.
Yeah, definitely next week at Talladega, definitely gonna be a teammates heavy race, I would say. But overall, your race tonight ran pretty well. Kind of battled Jared Skinner there at the end, trying to stay in that fourth place spot. Talk us through those kind of final few laps after the final green flag pit stop as well.
Well, I got set behind from an incident I was involved in, so I was just clawing my way back up front. I felt really good on the long run compared to the people I was racing, so I wish we had a longer fuel tank, but it is what it is.
Yeah, still a great result here in 4th place at arguably probably one of the toughest racetracks on the schedule. But anyone to thank for tonight's great run?
I like to, I don't know. I like to thank whoever painted this car. I found it on Trading Paint, so they did a really good job.
Congrats on your 4th place tonight. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
Thank you.
So that was Isaiah Walters in our 4th place machine, that 60 machine. 4th place spots, as we'll bring in our last interview of the night of Jared Skinner in that 5th place spot. Won heat number 1 earlier tonight, so still a great result for him in that 7th place or 5th place spot. Hello, Jared. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So you round yourself off in the 5th place here tonight. One heat won earlier in the evening, about 2 or so hours ago, but found yourself in the top 5 spot here late. And talk us through your race overall after starting out front and kind of staying up there pretty much for the most part of it.
Yeah, it went pretty well overall. Kind of in the beginning of the run, was trying to get a run off I think it was the 33, and he tagged the wall and I tagged him. So apologies to the 33 there. But got some right front damage out of it and had to drop back. Luckily that caution came out with, I believe, my teammate Hunter and Craig Martin, and it benefited me, but it didn't benefit them. And it allowed me to get back into the top 5 and stay there the rest of the night. And it was just about survival the rest of the night.
Yeah, and really, also as well, looking at the bigger picture, these are kind of the crunch time here for the points as well. Currently, you sit in that 7th place spot, pretty secure, I would say, but obviously next week at Talladega, a little bit of a wild card, I would say. But what's kind of your thoughts on these next 3 races and your mindset as well, with having a little bit of a cushion, but you don't want to be too comfortable as well going these next few races?
Yeah, with some of these guys in this field, you just got to have smart races and try to plan out your moves carefully, because no telling what they're going to do. So work together as a team and get through them smart and hopefully come out on top.
Yeah, definitely. And congrats on your 5th place here tonight. Anyone like thank for tonight's great run?
Absolutely. Everybody at Juicy Spider Gaming, Nick Hapiak, Mike Morgan, Donnie Kite, Hunter Sr., Craig Martin, Brian Marshall, Josh Adams, the BAC network for giving me this killer paint scheme, and then you guys here at LRN.
No, thank you, and congrats on your 5th tonight. We'll see you next week at Talladega.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Shout out Jared Skinner in that 7 machine, finishing in that top 5 spot in 5th place. Just missing out was Alex Anderson in 6th place for our top 5 interviews, but great result for him as he was struggling there in the points. Well, I mentioned points. We'll take a quick look at our unofficial points right now, currently according to the Legends Race Network, but we can kind of compare to the official and see if this is accurate, I would say, but it looks pretty accurate to me from what I can see. But pretty dead on actually. But so these are the top 10 in points currently, as kind of mentioned. A few drivers there, here and there, but so the top 10 pretty well secured. I mean, all the way down. Nathan Johnson had a good night as well. Obviously in 3rd place, finishing order, but we'll go down as 11th place. There is obviously Blink. That's Thomas Spencer, which actually gets provisional points. So actually, he's in 10th place, but either way, that's kind of the point standing right now. Is Ryan House, and got to feel for him. It was a good. He could have had a great night tonight. He really set himself up really good for these next few weeks, but kind of fell down to that 14th place spot. He had a chance to win tonight, led a lot of laps as well. Dustin Coggin, obviously as well, having a terrible night, being wrecked out there as Connor Zabozian tied with Alex Anderson for that 14th to 15th place spot. They have a pretty good cushion over Jordan Evans and Donnie Kite with about 100 points or so, which is around 20 positions. So, I mean, there's a lot more racing left to go here tonight, and these next few, not tonight, obviously, but these next few races at Talladega, obviously, that's a big one. Pocono, a lot can happen there. Kind of a plate-ish kind of racetrack there at Pocono as well. See a lot of pack racing there in the Tricky Triangle, but in Iowa as well, very just a fun short track there in the middle of Iowa near the capital there in Des Moines. But overall a fun race tonight at Darlington, and just kind of a typical Darlington race as well. And just single file groove, not a lot of passing or not a lot of passing opportunities. So you really just got to take advantage on this strategy and these restarts, which was what Connors Bosian did. He ran into the strategy to combine the restarts and the cautions, and paid off here and had a great result. And looking forward to these next few races here, and obviously next week at Talladega here for the SuperStar ARCA Cup Series at 7:10 Eastern Time, or Central, 8:10 Eastern Time. And tomorrow night we have the Quantum Contender Series. It's gonna be, they will be racing they'll be starting their second race of the first round of the playoffs there for the Quantum Contender Series tomorrow night. They'll be racing at Canadian Tire, very unique racetrack, never broadcast during the Legends Racing Network. And also, we got a top tier racing here on February 17th, about 2 weeks' time. They'll be starting at their Season 5 opener pretty soon as well. So we'll see how that plays out for them, as I'm starting obviously at Daytona, like most series do, Daytona, Talladega, some of those super speed racetracks, February 17th. And also we got the very, very early Legends Racing Network Spring Dirt Nationals. That'll be March 13th, Friday nights. So about 6 weeks from now. So it should be a fun one, money race as well. So if you want to join that one, join the Discord server and sign up to the Google form as well in the Discord server and get you set up there. We're all fun race here.